Hello, I'm Marta and I'm going to talk about coronavirus. And as for the viruses, they are just pieces of genes, pieces of DNA and or RNA, and they are not dead, not alive, they are not organisms. And they need to spread, to use self-mechanism of replication, because they even cannot replicate by themselves. So they are very primitive, but unfortunately they can be deathful, like coronavirus. So it would be good for you to know how to protect yourself against infection, viral infection, how to protect yourself against viruses, how to fight with them. And here I will tell you some things which could be useful as for this content. So, as for coronavirus, it spreads by drops of your saliva. So, when you sneeze or cough and you don't cover yourself with any cloth or mask, then unfortunately you spread pieces of your saliva, drops of your saliva with viruses or bacteria, and you can infect hundreds of people. For example, there are scientific experiments which show that when you sneeze, you can spread your drops of saliva, infected drops of saliva, in the area of 40 meters, up to 40 meters. If there is any kind of wind in the area, or up to 10 meters when there is any wind. So, for example, when you sneeze in a shop or, for example, in a bus, you can spread this in all the bus, in most area of the shop, and you can infect hundreds of people who use the bus or which go shopping. What is more, the infected drops can stay in the air for a few hours, up to 2 days. So only one infected person can infect hundreds of people just because of not covering face and nose during sneezing or coughing. So please do it. Use your hand, use your coal, use your scarf, or use a mask. What mask you could use? The most popular masks are just surgical masks, and they look like this. They are 3 layers usually. You are putting them like this. You put them like this, but they are not very effective. You cannot adjust it into your nose, and here there is a space, and when you sneeze, some drops can go out and infect other people. So this is much better than nothing, of course, but it's not really safe. Sorry, I have to drink. Okay, other kind of mask is a bit better but not very comfortable. It's something like this. It's better because it has this metal thing, this metal piece, and you can adjust it to the shape of your nose. Thanks to this, it's safer than just usual surgical mask. But the best mask is special mask, anti-flu mask. You know, viruses are 30 times, 10 to 30 times smaller than bacteria. So the surface of the masks must be very with very small holes to don't allow viruses to go out. So the best is to use antiviral masks. There's a lot of kinds of antiviral masks, for example, against flu. Flu is caused by coronaviruses too, so this is you can use them even against COVID. So they have a lot of pluses, because, for example, they have special attests, medical attests, they have proven antiviral properties. Besides, they have special filters to filter the air you breathe in and breathe out. So they're, in my opinion, they're the best. But the very important thing is to protect yourself by building your immunity. And you have influence on this if you will cover yourself, cover your face when you are going to sneeze or cough, but you cannot, you don't have any influence on other people. So you can be infected by other people. Remember, even if you go to the shop or to the bus, somebody could sneeze even 1 day ago or two, and you can be infected by such person. So, of course, avoiding sneezing and coughing persons is very important, but it's not enough, because 2 days ago could be somebody there, and you don't know even that somebody sneezed there and spread drops of saliva with viruses. So what do you have influence on is to protect yourself by building your immunity. And you can build your immunity by many ways. For example, it's very important to eat properly. If your body doesn't have enough of nutrients like vitamins and so on, minerals, then how it can be strong enough to protect itself against viruses? It cannot. So proper eating is really very important. Very important is to practicing sport. Why? Because when you practice sport outside, you make your immunity stronger, because your organism must to adjust to many kinds of weather, bad or good, doesn't matter. And it makes you stronger. Besides, sport makes your organism produce a lot of endorphins. Endorphins are special chemicals which not only improve our mood, so they are against of depression or stress, but they too make immunity stronger, especially beta endorphins. So it is really important to release more endorphins, because they are make you stronger, make your immunity stronger. What is very important here is making special exercises, relaxing exercises. Stress management is a cue, because like scientific experiments provided the information on us, stress makes the immunity lower. So as for stress, it makes you, as for stress, it makes your organism produces less of immunity cells, so it cannot properly fight with viruses, bacteria, and so on. So you should take care for special stress management by using relaxation techniques. Of course, I have relaxation techniques courses. You can find there a lot of many kinds of special techniques which are more or less known, because they can be from the East too. So this is very valuable to use the course to protect yourself against the stress, which makes your immunity lower. So you can protect yourself by using special herbs. For example, nettle. Nettle, when you drink a herb from nettle, a tea from nettle, nettle has special chemicals which makes your organism produce more interferon. Interferon is a special chemical which is antiviral. So drinking nettle, you make your immunity stronger. You make your organism more effective as for fighting with viruses. Besides, you can of course use any other herbs which can strengthen your immunity, but many of them has some you cannot take it if you, for example, are pregnant or you need to transplant an organ and so on. So nettle doesn't have such problems. It's quite safe, and you can drink, for example, 2-3 cup teas of nettle, but you should to remember how to make it properly. You should put hot water into the cup and cover the cup for 15 minutes, for about 15 minutes, with, for example, a plate or something, a cup cover, because otherwise, if you will not do this, special chemicals which are useful for your health can just spread in your room, and when you will drink it, there will be much less of them. So you should cover it. Of course, you can eat carrot. Carrot, for example, makes your immune system stronger. You can, of course, to use some antiviral plants like elderberry. The fruit of elderberry is tasty, and it's antiviral too. There is a lot of other antiviral plants which I talk about in other film and in my free course antiviral course, how to protect yourself against coronavirus. So all the plants which have antiviral properties, there is all about this in one of my courses, which is for free, by the way. As for protecting yourself, disinfecting yourself, I use, for example, AHD, and you can use any other kind of something which is for skin disinfection. You can use this like this, that you spread it, and you should to massage your hands for 1.5 minutes and do it twice, and then it makes your hands disinfected. You can use, of course, something like this in Lidl. It's a gel, so you can massage for 2 minutes your hands and you'll be disinfected. As for soaps, you have to use this too for about 2 minutes. It needs the time to start to act. Instead of course, something like carrot, you can use antiviral garlic, because garlic has great antiviral properties, and you can find it in every shop and every groceries. It's really good to eat 1-2 pieces of garlic a day. Besides, you can use to, for example, some special essential oils, and there are 3 oils which have scientifically documented anti-coronavirus properties, and this is tuya. Tuya, unfortunately, is quite toxic. Of course, do not drink or eat these oils. It's only for aromatherapy, for disinfection air in your area. Tuya, it's a very special oil which is really useful, but you have to be very very careful as for this, because it has a special chemical which can be toxic. So do not use it if you are a baby, if you are a pregnant woman, and so on. Before using any aromatherapy, you should check if you don't have any allergies. Just check if you, after checking the smell, if you don't have, you are not dizzy, you don't have headaches or nausea. If you have it, do not use the essential oil. So tuya is one of anti-coronavirus essential oils. Another one is bay laurel. It's not so toxic, so it's much safer. And another one, it's CADE, or Uniparous Accesadrus, and it smells a bit like sausages, so not everybody will like it, but it's much safer than Tuya, for example, and it's the cheapest one from this all three. So these three essential oils have antiviral properties and anti-coronavirus properties, and this is scientifically proven. Of course, there is a lot of more essential oils which have antiviral properties, but there is no scientific proofs if it is against anti-coronavirus. So it's, for example, lavender oil, which is really useful for many purposes, and everybody should have it. Uniparous, sage, and so on. There's really a lot of antiviral essential oils, but these three are scientifically proven as for the anti-coronavirus properties. So I hope I helped you a bit to protect yourself against viruses, against infections. I hope you know more about this. If you like this film, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, spread the information about this. For now, I have the course about how to protect yourself against coronavirus and how to strengthen your immunity in Polish, but I will try to translate it as soon as it's possible into English, and it will be for free. So subscribe and have a great day. Live healthily and be happy. Thank you.